National chairmanship no longer for godfathers, says aspirant. Protest in Kwara community leads wife to death over demand in Chinedu to gulp 60 billion naira, says federal government. And INEC projects 20 million new voters as CVR begins today. Of course, your reactions and responses are welcome. Call the number 0817-923-0003, 0817-923-0007, and of course WhatsApp and Telegram 080-903-06-416. Please turn off your radio, and where you have 60 seconds. Point. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, the Anthony local government chairman can get of peace. I didn't know their homes. So look at the economic situation of Nigeria now, that somebody will be in another community in a refuge. How do you see the person to peace? So if he can peace, and they're not only bringing them back, make peace in that community for the boys not to come back again. I hope he has done a lot. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. Good morning. Good morning.
The equivalent taking advantage of the protest by the students in their quest for, good learning environment and other social amenities to be put in place in their school. I want to appeal. This in the audio clip that was played during the news, there was no place that they say that those things will be assessed. Or they say that they have reached the agreement, agreement, and all this agreement is being reached. Not tomorrow now. They will tell us that something has, shoot the bed and the mother fly up. It's high time the school authorities, put those things in place and making sure that what led to the protest did not repeat itself again, so that they will not
that area and see how people will live in peace. Then there is the headline you read about Jonathan lamenting that people are lamenting the current economic situation.
That's right.
Right?
Yeah.
Aha. I laugh because it was the same Jonathan who sold crude oil for over $100, that's about $140 per barrel. Refineries were not built, cash call was not paid to the IOC, and so many things. If we have invested so much in infrastructure in a time when there was so much money, I don't think we will be in this quagmire that we find ourselves right now. So he shouldn't blame anybody, but also blame himself as part of those who contributed to this situation. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, JJ. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, yeah, this is Solution from Rumolumen.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm happy to hear that people of Andoni, within 1 week, will go back to their home. It's quite unfortunate that even in River State, that people will still be in IDPs, internally displaced people. I thought it was we only hear them in Borno, Benue, and Meduguri. But here in River State, people are out of their home for months. I remember when representing this same Andoni at the federal at Abuja, talking to make law or fight for his people. At least to come back home, what he was only doing is to make law to cancel NYC. But look at this chairman now, just less than within 1 week. Look at his people is coming back home. Kudos to him. And other people in the hamlets of have the ability to do something. They should do something. And not to cancel NYC. Very much.
What's up? The threat of Niger Delta Avengers are even the president fails to restructure. Ezekiel Isaiah, the Niger Delta has suffered a lot. The region that produced so much for development and well-being of the country is not having any good attention. Ezekiel from Rumudara says, this threat by Avengers is highly unnecessary and irresponsible. They shouldn't be coming to disturb the peace when their pocket has dried up, Okwando Obinne says. And back to the phone lines, Chibike from Omuma. Good morning, Chibike.
Good morning, Chinedu.
Good morning.
Thanks for resuming. The president said the threat from Niger Avengers is not necessary. It's necessary, please, because you know that oil is one of the things that Nigeria is feeding from. And Niger Delta is one of the sections of Nigeria that is producing that oil. So let him look into those their demands and make sure that their demands come to their own side. And I make said to produce more voters registration unit. It's a very good one. Let me also go to the rural areas rules and crannies so that nobody will murmur that he has been disfranchised from us, prevented from voting. And I want to also commend the River State government for intervening on the River State College of Health Science crisis and calling the students back to school. It's a good one. That's my take on that. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Charles from Oyibo. Good morning, Charles.
Yeah, Oråcle, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, Jonathan is lamenting the high cost of living in Nigeria right now. My brother, it's not only Jonathan. It's not only Jonathan. I don't think there's anybody living in this country now that is not lamenting, except the person is in the National Assembly or is a super businessman that has made his money before this time. And so anybody calling to blame him, saying he sold oil or whatever, never did anything, it has been clear now, it's so obvious that if oil is sold $500 per barrel in this present government, they cannot help this country. They cannot solve the economic problem of this country. Their problem is not money. The country is making money. Oil is around close to 70. Even though they told us that if oil drops $1 per barrel when they were campaigning to come to power, that they will fix the economy. Where are we today in the hand of these people that minimum wage can only buy one bag of rice in this government, even when it is locally made? I don't know where we are blaming Jonathan and saying he didn't. Everybody enjoyed this country under Jonathan.
All right.
So I don't think blaming him will make any. Let these people wake up and solve the problem they want to solve in this country.
Thank you very much. That's 1 minute. Lugaman from HA. Good morning.
Yeah, thank you, Sam Oråcle. Chinedu.
Good morning.
Lugaman from HA.
Go ahead.
Yes, over 5,000 Andonis taking refuge in Ogoni. Wow. It's unfortunate that we have a government that does not care for the life of people of River State. We elected the governor to protect life and property. So what we are seeing is another different thing. Please, Governor, do something in the security of River people. That is what you are working to do. Project road is not what we are after. People must live before they use those roads. In your government, you have failed. In security, human capital development, you have failed. Employment, you have failed. My brother, this is not the government we expected. Please, Governor, we can do something. Thank you, Lugaman Committee.
Thank you very much, Lugaman. Justice from Omudioga. Good morning, Justice.
Good morning. My name is Justice. Yes, good morning. My name is Justice. I'm calling from Omudioga.
Go ahead.
Yes, President Buhari said the Nigeria are ready to go back to militancy is unnecessary. I want to align myself to what the President says. Nigeria has been very peaceful, and I want my people to continue like that. We will not go back to the days of insecurity and militancy in our region. Let's secure government property in our region, in Nigeria. And government has been trying their best in returning development to our areas. I will enjoy my people. Let us be very peaceful and united. Let us be one as a region. Why calling on government to develop our region? Thank you very much. I am Dr. Zori from Omudioga.
Thank you very much. Ebere from Room Daily. Good morning, Ebere.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Let me react on the weekend to flag up and Mutamo road today in Namo, local government. That is a good in that direction. But I want to ask a question. Governor, yes, so what are they done to you? Are we not part of River State? When during your campaign, you came to Rundere, and the late prince of our gods blessed you in Rundere. What is happening now? You are not in power. You forget to even embark on one project in Rundere. Are we the workers in among the River State or in the more local government? Please do the info and embark on one project in Rundere. We are not happy. The youth and other chief opinion leaders are not happy with you. I do want to do Rundere. Thank you. God bless Nigeria.
Thank you very much. I'll be going over to Facebook shortly. Onye from Mandoni. Good morning, Onye.
Yeah. The issue is the local government chairman, the present one and the former one, two of them. Their community is the problem of Andoni.
the two of them, the former one and this present one. Their community is the people putting problem in Andoni. So if you can bring them back to make peace, in the whole Andoni. Thank you.
Forum from HA. Good morning, Forum.
Sam, welcome and good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, I want to honestly commend the move made by Andoni local government chairman. I think this very move now is timely. If you understand what it means to be outside your home, to be doing things, you will know that the move is a commendable one, irrespective of party. So I think you should sustain it and make sure those people return back to their home. And lastly, Governor to flag up English and wanted today. I think I don't know what Governor is doing. He will come to here and say he will need to speak with political leaders before he will award. I don't know if thing was done in a more. So let's take it to come to play when a good thing is to be done. We are suffering in a state. Olapo to Obala road is bad. Afra is good road is bad. So I think it is the light inequality. Governor should please forgo about meeting with political leaders and give us road. Please. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Now, over Ori says Niger Delta has been peaceful. We cannot afford council boss for the peace he initiated. Indeed, he's a brave man. Kudos to him. And Matthew Ebels, peace remains the only panacea for development. Let's encourage peace. Niger Delta Avengers should share their swords. Our fathers just met with the president, and I think we should pipe low in respect to that meeting. Comrade Benjamin Amakolowa, good morning. PMB says the threat of the Niger Delta Avengers is unnecessary. It is very necessary. He should look into their demands. And Abdigani Jimo, the threat by Niger Delta Avengers is unnecessary by presidents. I concur with the president, and they should hold their leaders at various levels for underdevelopment. Their witness from onset, federal government has been fair to this region than any other regions, but their leaders failed woefully. Stephen from Ajip is on the phone. Hello, Stephen.
Good morning, Sam.
Good morning.
Stephen Igigis. Welcome.
Thank you. Go ahead.
On the Niger Delta Avengers, the president is saying it's unnecessary. I thought the president would send a message by saying he would deal with them, but it seems they are afraid of the Niger Delta, and it's so bad. They should try and do what is necessary. For me, the Avengers want to go back to their this thing. It's a sound of they're not happy. So the president should do what is necessary. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'll be speaking with Jude shortly, but back to Facebook. Mustafa Koko, Niger Delta Avengers should question their leaders and the people entrusted with the affairs of NDDC in the region, not vandalizing and destroying the nation's property. Johnson Arong, Andoni local government chairman, to return IDPs to their homes in less than a week. This is a great feat. It's a sign that Andoni has taken a positive new phase of experience. Okay. King Boy Eze, the threat of the Niger Delta Avengers should be looked into. Let the Niger Delta areas be developed and the right this be done. Let there be true. King Boy, this is not easy to read, but your point has been taken. Jude from Oyibo, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Chinedu.
Morning.
How are you today?
I'm wonderful.
Yeah. My name is Manuel Dani. I want to talk about the Andoni issue. You see, when it's happening in Father, KB, people will say the APC have been failed. They are failed. But 5,000 people from Andoni in refugee camps. And second is a PDP chairman is from Andoni. Kenny Kulu is from Andoni. The sugar of the River Science of Assembly is from Andoni. And many others. And nobody shouting government has failed. DP has failed. PDP has failed. You see, we must not be hypocritical. You cannot be talking about the speck in somebody's eyes when there is a lot of root in your own eyes. You must be very, very objective in the way we criticize things. And when issues arise, people must be, fair and transparent in their mentality and the way they comment. Now that it's happening in Andoni, what do we tell secondaries? What do we tell the What do we tell the sugar house, and what do we tell the governor under whose watch 5,000 people are in refugee camps? Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. Of course, I always have a thing or two to add, subtract, or argue. I think that just the average citizen being from Andoni is enough for peace and progress to happen there. It doesn't matter what public figure, big man, huge personality comes from there. Because if you think about it, every local government, every community has someone big they've produced. But if you and I can come from places and we have reps at different levels that we've put in position, that is more than enough for peace to be in that area. Well, Chris from Artillery is on the phone. Hello, Chris.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, some of the reserve youth are calling for security outfit following the killing by allegedly Fulani killers' men. I don't think that this call is necessary for now, because we saw what is about to come. We said the time crier on time, but instead of them to embrace it, they started chasing shadow, giving the killers' men power to come in. Now nobody will believe, because the same thing they accuse the other region they are doing. You know what they are about to set up now? They should set up anything. They should fold their hands. Wait, Mr. President will come and help them. Nobody should set up anything. Because if they set it, they will call them militants and miscreants. That is how they play politics in Nigeria. They play politics with life of human beings. I'm sorry, nobody will help them.
All right.
They should help themselves.
Stanley from Elelewa, good morning.
Yeah, Sam, good morning.
Good morning.
Happy New Week.
Same to you.
I want to comment on the statement created to the former president of Nigeria, President Jonathan. You see, when Jonathan was on board, before he left office in 2015, this country was going on fine. People were enjoying, there were jobs, there were everything, until Buhari came on board in December 2015, May 29. He made a lot of promises before then. He said he will, build refineries, he will build clinics, he will make $1 to £1 and all the rest. He even went as far as then saying that subsidy was a scam. Today, I was just reading this morning, the junior minister for petroleum. He said they are paying 5.something billion for subsidy every day. The same man who said subsidy was a scam, today they are paying the same money for the same scam. Sam, who is deceiving who in this country? This man has destroyed this country. Buhari is not worth ruling this country, I'm telling you. No.
Okay, thank you very much, Stanley. Now, as to who is deceiving who, it's a question of perception and position. First of all, no leader of Nigeria has been able to fulfill all the promises they made while campaigning. That's the first. Two, what... I'm looking for a good way to explain this. The fact that I like this man blinds me to his flaws. And the next man who I may not like, I would only see his flaws. So we've had leaders that we've had to complain about at every turn. Of course, you would always have people say, oh, this administration is better than this. But insecurity is not unique to this administration. It's not. The degree might be different. But we've had dissatisfied people with the Buhari administration, the Jonathan administration, even the Yar'Adua administration, especially the Obasanjo one. So people like you would always exist, because in a democracy, you're allowed to complain. So thanks for sharing that. Over now to WhatsApp, where comments are waiting to be read. Anyway, I think I'll do Facebook first. Truth be told, Sam, this is from Precious Nekabari Presh. Things are hard in this country. You can use 10,000 naira in 2 weeks as a young man trying to come up in life. It's annoying. Really? Wow. So 10,000 lasts you for 2 weeks. You must be frugal. All right. Peter says, I do not describe to a return in the Niger Delta region, as that has returned to violence, I think you mean. That has never translated to a better life to the common Niger Deltan on the streets. Instead, a few wheels will be greased and it will be back again in a few years. Izuchukwu Onuoha, please, Niger Delta has been peaceful. Let's not pray for another war. Round face. Good morning. The students of River State Sciences to return to school. It's a welcome development. But the question is, what they striked for? Has it been put in place? In order to avoid another protest tomorrow, let everything they protested for be put in place before they go back to school. Comrade Prince Will, the River State College of Health Science Management reopening school is not all about opening the school, but let the agreement reached with the students and government be put to work and provide good, conducive environment. All right, over to WhatsApp now. Marshall says, School of Health Science Technology reopening. I want to ask, has the River State government provided the basic amenities the students are requesting for? Because it's embarrassing for campus not to have electricity and water. That's Marshall Odu from Mumumoy. The police should conduct themselves in a good manner for once. Arresting persons without prosecution and the suspect missing sends a negative signal to our brains. Take note that there's a great difference between man and animals. Womet from Elele says. And Franklin Obite. Good morning, Franklin.
Hello, Samola. Good morning.
Good morning.
Franklin.
Go ahead.
Now, we got students resuming after 4 days strike. And the issue why they went on strike had not been addressed. They are going back to where they are committed. Just imagine learning in an unpermissive environment, and you have put your flight to the government. You're telling them to go back to school. And it's an injustice to Nigerian students at all. And again, government is flagging up projects. The state youth need jobs. Not flagging up every day, flagging up. They need jobs so that they can sustain employment and reduce prices in the state. So let him do the needful and stop this flagging up every day. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. You have Mufasa from NTA Road. Good morning, Mufasa.
Hi, Sam. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, quickly, let me quickly align myself with the position of the last caller and, of course, some of the comments we've read about the reopening of the River State College of Health Science. I do not think we are putting any form of seriousness in education, especially River State. The question we should ask ourselves, now that we've reopened the school, have those issues been addressed? Why are we in a hurry to open the school when they've not fixed those basic amenities? Then the NANS, the student union representative saying that, they've reached agreement and all of that. I also do not understand the position of our union leaders these days. If a school, does not have water, does not have lights, does not have good and conducive environment for learning, and you are telling us now that all the agreement has been reached, then it's a case of motion without movement. We keep moving around in circles. And lastly, Sam, Pandes calling for, the setting up of staff security network.
That's right.
I don't really get it. Do we now begin to set up regional security networks in all parts of the country? What happens to the police? Why not call for an improved policing system where we have police officers who are well trained, who are well funded, who are well inspired? Right? Because if you look at the regions that have set up regional security, has it provided any form of solution to the security we have in this country? I do not get it, Sam.
Yeah, but
we need to wake up from our slumber.
As much as I get that the police needs to be developed in capacity and all of that, international best practice also suggests, actually recommends, that security should be localized as much as possible.
Good. But it is not as if the bulk of the responsibility should be given to these locals. Because even as we speak, we hear of locals guiding police stations here in River State. Is that the way to go? The police, they should be in the front line. The locals cannot support them by ways of providing information and all of that. You cannot rely on locals for security in our nation. It is not done anywhere, Sam.
All right, thank you, Mufasa. But you know what they say, each one reach one. If you guard the front of your own house and the next man does, eventually we can provide security for the nation. And locals guarding a police station, that's material for some comedians. But hey, it's our reality. Good morning. President Buhari said threats of Niger Delta Avengers is unnecessary. I agree with the president, but let the president do the needful, constitute the board of NDDC, develop this part of the country that is providing what is feeding the country, and should equally be structured. Let their fiscal federalism, fiscal I think you mean, and the level of development of Abuja be repeated in Niger Delta. King Boy again is right here. With the NDDC thing, I believe Fabio said the result of the forensic is supposed to be submitted to the president or something along those lines. But hey, we're following that and we'll keep you updated. The displaced persons in Andoni will soon return to their homes. This is a welcome development. I give kudos to the chairman of Andoni for showing concern to the displaced persons. This is from Chibu Johnson. And continuous voter registration begins today. Our voters card is a good weapon to make Nigeria a better place. Let's ensure to enroll. Justice Ori. Thank you, Justice. Truer words were never spoken. The reopening of River State College of Health Sciences and Technology is a move in the right direction. I urge the River State government and the management of the institution to provide the needed educational tools and social amenities for conducive and effective learning of the students to avoid a repeat of the protest in the near future. Well, look what we have done with the time. You're having fun and it just passes by. Well, coming up at 7 is the news, and of course our guys from sports keep you updated with the updates from the world of sports. Don't go anywhere. Later on at 8, I'll be having conversations with a resource person. Apparently, Sheikh Gumi says he was neither invited nor arrested. And there will be important questions to answer as to his position as the middleman on the negotiating table between bandits and the federal government. Don't go anywhere.